Look at what it's looking like out here for the tank commanders today. This kind of weather reminds me of when I was stationed in Germany. This looked like that Grafenwehr and Hornsfeld weather. Only y'all real soldiers who've been out there know what I'm talking about. But this is what the tank commander is dealing with today. But I refuse to let it break me. Real man movement. Salute family, it's Tank Commander Zulu back at y'all once again in that Real Man Movement. Today here at the Real Man Movement, we're going to be talking about being unbreakable. What does that mean in the life of a real man and a real woman to have an unbreakable mindset? Let's talk about it here today with Tank Commander Zulu and the Real Man Movement. Fire in the hole, baby. Salute family, Tank Commander Zulu back at you once again in that Real Man Movement. Before we get into the topic of discussion today, which is an unbreakable mindset, I would like to invite everyone to subscribe to the channel. If you are not subscribed, I encourage you to subscribe today and share the videos on your social media platforms. And also, it's very important that you give these videos a thumbs up. The more thumbs up we have, the more readily available YouTube makes the content. Now back to the topic of discussion. Having an unbreakable mindset. And what does that mean in the life of a real man and a real woman? Well, let's talk about it. Unbreakable. We can understand what the definition of unbreakable means. I mean, from a literal content and even a figurative content. Something that's unbreakable meaning that it's hard to damage. You can't dismantle it. You cannot tear it apart. You cannot destroy it. That's the meaning of being unbreakable. How does that relate to us as individuals, as men and as women? It's necessary that we attain or we strive to have an unbreakable mindset. You see, too often we allow things to come into our lives that dismantle us mentally, spiritually, and sometimes even physically. We allow those things to come into our lives and they begin to damage and break us. A common example could be, let's say, drug addiction could be one. Alcoholism could be one. Or any kind of addiction that comes and sabotages your way of living and break up things around you. It may not impact you directly. It may impact you indirectly. But what it's doing, it's breaking you. Whether it's slowly or whether it's quickly and immediate. So the importance of having an unbreakable mindset, or attaining to have or striving to have an unbreakable mindset, it is of the greatest importance. Why? Because in this life, you're going to run into things that are going to try and break you. It's going to try and break the man who you really are. It's going to try and break the woman who you really are. And they come camouflaged as issues and problems or situations. You know, I myself have been in many situations where I can tell you my mettle has been tested. And I consider myself to be a pretty tough guy. And anyone that knows me, that's pretty much how they would describe me, for the most part. But just having a tough exterior is not enough. not being tough and strong on the inside is critical. It's of the greatest importance to be unbreakable inside. Meaning that when these situations come, these conditions, they camouflaged as problems and you know, even with our family, our friends, we got to be unbreakable. We cannot allow the situation to tear us apart. We cannot allow the sabotage of people destroy us. We can't do it. You see, that's one of the things that's commonly seen. A lot of people talk about loyalty a lot. Where they find their friends or their family members as being disloyal. And because they experience disloyalty, it begin to break them. Make you not want to trust anyone else. Well, that's damage. That's not an unbreakable mindset. Oh, it's hard to deal with at times. But an unbreakable mindset, it looks at disloyalty for exactly what it is. It's an opportunity to see the person for exactly who they are. And that shouldn't break you. It should only make you stronger. Unbreakable mindset. When situations come, I just can't fall apart. And that, if your body and your mind is connected the same way with this unbreakable concept, where you refuse to let things break you. Even when I was competing in powerlifting, wrestling, or whatever it was, one of the things that I've always done was have my mind be stronger than my body. Because my mind was stronger than my body, I was able to do things that I thought I couldn't do physically. I was able to attain some things. I was able to achieve victories because of a strong mindset, even when my body was ill-equipped. Whether it was because of injury, fatigue, or whatever it may have been. But the ability to go to that next level, that's that unbreakable mindset. No, everyone will not have that. But everyone should strive to achieve an unbreakable mindset. Does that mean you win every battle? No. But you will win every war. Along the way, I've lost a few battles, but I've never lost a war. Never lost a war. And that's the unbreakable mindset. Yes, things will come that are tough to deal with, tough to wrestle with. Your opponent may look like it is unbeatable, no matter what your opponent may be. In the physical, it could be me looking over across the mat at someone that's in tip-top shape, someone that's never been defeated, and I'm faced to challenge that person. If I go into that match believing that that person is stronger than me mentally and physically, I've already lost. I've already become broken before we even locked up. Because mentally, I would have allowed just the thought of what this person can do based on how they look and what I've heard about them. I've let that defeat me. That's not an unbreakable mindset. You know, there's been people I had to meet like 2 and 3 times. And this is what I mean about losing battles but winning wars. I would listen, if I lost the first time, I can assure you that I was doing everything in my power not to lose the second time or the third time. And this is what that unbreakable mindset is about. It's not about me trying to brag about anything or anything like that, but it's me trying to lay an example down so that we can understand it. People listening can understand what I mean by having this unbreakable mindset. You may not win every battle, but you will win every war. I don't care if a problem came. It's the same thing as me looking across at that individual who's undefeated and now I have to face. Listen, sickness seems like it has a real good winning record in the lives of people. When we hear about sickness, someone has cancer, you may get a bad report, whatever it may be. Well, if you become defeated, soon as you hear the doctor give you the bad report, then that's not the example of an unbreakable mindset. The unbreakable mind says that I'm going to conquer this thing, no matter how many people it's taken out, no matter what the doctor says. In my mind, I believe I can conquer this thing. So I'm going into this battle, not giving that sickness any credit for the victims that it already has conquered. Not giving it any credit for that. It's got to face me now. It's got to worry about me. Just like me looking across at that person got to worry about me. I'm not worried about him. And I'm giving you physical examples. And a physical example as a person in battle or combat with another person. I spent the part of my life understanding the concept of combat. And understanding that you will not win every battle. There's many things that's involved in a battle. But if you have an unbreakable mindset, losing a battle only stimulates you more to fight even harder the next time and the next time and the next time. Make you want to train even harder when it's cold, when it's raining, when you feel sick, when you're hurt, and you just refuse to lose that battle. You refuse to sit down. I'm going to still train. I'm going to still push. I'm going to still go beyond what my opponent is doing. I don't care what he's doing. You see, I don't care what the problem is already bringing to the table. I don't care what the situation is bringing. I don't care how many people or how many people the situation, the problem, or the condition has defeated. Now it's got to fight me with an unbreakable mindset. My goal is to win the war, not every battle. If you spend your time trying to win battles and don't look past the battle, but you look at the war, your mind should be on winning the war. And in doing so, you will begin to develop an unbreakable mindset. You know, in the Bible talks about a guy named Paul. He was an apostle. He's known as Apostle Paul. He had an unbreakable mindset to deliver the message of Jesus Christ all throughout the world. It didn't matter that he had to face imprisonment, death, physical torment, thirst, sickness, being shipwrecked and being, halfway starving, just to represent Jesus Christ, to make sure that the message of Jesus Christ was perpetuated all throughout the region he was in. You see, that's the example of an unbreakable mindset. Hunger couldn't stop him. Thirst couldn't stop him. Sickness couldn't stop him. Being put in prison didn't stop him. Physical harm to his body didn't stop him. That's an unbreakable mindset. That's the kind of mindset you and I must have to stand in the times that we're living in right now. Do you have an unbreakable mindset? It's not only satisfactory that your body is strong, but is your mind strong? Is your mind and your body and your spirit all connected, and all three, are they strong? That's an unbreakable. That creates an unbreakable mindset. Like I've said before, listen, I've seen many big, strong men who were strong physically, but they were not unbreakable mentally. And because you are unbreakable mentally, and you are physically fit for combat, and I'm talking about in the physical or in the spiritual or figuratively or whatever you want, you are physically fit, mentally fit, spiritually fit to fight any situation or any problem. You're not worried about losing battles. You're worried about winning wars. You cannot win wars if you don't have an unbreakable mindset. Whatever the war is, war with your family, war with your friends, war with your health, war with whatever it may be, situations, conditions thrown at you, war. An unbreakable mindset. It's what's needed to win wars. Oh yes, along the way, you may lose some battles. Just like Paul did. Along the way, he had to suffer many things just to rightly represent Jesus Christ. You got to be a warrior. Are you a warrior today? Do you have an unbreakable mindset? And it's okay if you don't feel you have one. Today is the beginning, the first step of you developing an unbreakable mindset. The first thing is to push yourself harder than you can ever believe you can go. You can last. You can make it. You can be stronger than that problem. You can be stronger than that situation or that condition or whatever it may be. It may knock you down in the beginning. But if you have any heart in you, if you're striving for an unbreakable mindset, when you get knocked down, you get right back up and you continue to fight. Doesn't make a difference how bad you're hurt. You get up and you continue to fight. Never let the enemy know that you're feeling any pain. Never let the opposition ever feel like you're about to quit. Never. You may be tired. You may be hurt. You may be bust up. But you got to go and keep fighting. That's in everything. Don't give up. Stop giving up so easily. Stop looking at the problem and saying, oh, it's too big. Look at all the muscles. Look how big and tall, how strong that person is. Stop looking at that. That don't mean nothing. The unbreakable mindset. It doesn't fear what it sees. Because the unbreakable mindset knows what it can do when no one else has confidence or belief in that unbreakable mindset. That unbreakable mindset continues to prove itself correct. It's about winning wars, baby. So what if you lose a battle or two? Focus on winning the war. And the only way we win wars is by having an unbreakable mindset. And with that, family, I'm going to stop the tank. But I'd like to re-encourage everybody once again to subscribe to the channel, Tank Commander Zulu and the Real Man Movement. Share this content. This is positive content, not only for males, but for females as well. You females, you need to know what a real man look like, baby. What a real man look like. So once again, we gonna stop the tank, but we gonna keep the energy going. And with that, family, remember, fear no man but God, baby. No man but God. Tank Commander Zulu, signing out.